Everyone ready?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right on, Liam. The last time we played, you struggled to find answers to a seemingly unsolvable problem. Having learned the cause of the sleeping plague, you started for quite some time to look for ways of resolving the issue at hand. Should Evelyn die, she would be resurrected, and in her place, a million lives would perish, with then likely even more falling to the plague. You searched for ways of protection, first visiting Vidar, who had apparently arranged for one of the Silver Guardians to accompany you into the mines, and then visiting the Emporium, which proved to be the less fruitful endeavor. Red and Huxley sought the help of the very people who now scorn Aaron's presence, the priests of the Hall Vanitas. You were able to convince the local head priest of the urgency of the situation and your earnestness in trying to resolve it without further casualties. But in return, you received little more than promises of bringing your plea to the leadership of the faith. But while you were there, Huxley, by way of what little nature remains in the city, followed another lead, questioning an ancient tree, which brought you upon the trail of a seemingly blind and mindless rat, which you exhumed and had resurrected. Unfortunately, even though the rat seemed to be of some import, you found yourself unable to follow the lead any further. The following night and day, you made another attempt to gain some level of insight by reaching out for help. Red through dreams and Huxley by means of nature. The attempt to contact Anitas directly failed, and reaching out to the wizards of Arcanus revealed only that the situation for them seems ever more dire. You tried to leave them with the tools they'd need to escape, and left them be for the time being, while Huxley besieged the old forest outside of the city for answers, for a clue toward any being that would be capable of helping, but received only cryptic rhymes that may take some time to fully understand. We ended last session as you left, your options seemingly exhausted, towards the entrance underground, which is where we begin today's session. You stand before an old entrance to the mines, one long abandoned in favor of newer, more advanced ways of reaching far below, and beside it a silver guardian of Gromo awaits you.
Reginald got an updated token.
No,
What?
Now he's gonna walk
What does it
around.
mean?
Whoa.
no reason whatsoever. Just updating some old stuff. Don't
Oh,
worry.
He totally
Is it-
totally doesn't have a staff in the original picture that you somehow made vanish in the.
Okay, wait. Okay, fuck off.
But good job.
Back. How dare you? No pictures on the internet.
Looks like he's ready for an adventure.
Yeah.
Maybe he's gonna follow you into the...
Now that he can walk again.
He was always able to walk.
No, I
People
know,
didn't
but now he
ever
looks
look
like
at
he's
his leg.
ready to
Yeah.
like head out. Now, like
Maybe
obviously.
you guys just never looked.
Classic D&D mistake. We never looked down.
Yeah.
But do we need to do anything? Could we just we go into the mines? I don't know. I guess Death Ward and Evelyn, and then we go into the mines.
Where is it?
Yeah.
Did we lose rent?
He's here.
Okay. Okay. You step forward and Grommel, without a word so far, opens the entrance to the mines. The blocky metal sheds doors part, letting in a shred of dim light from the nearby lanterns, just softly falling into the chamber beyond. An old contraption of metal beams and steel supports lies at the center of this shed, filling out the open space in nearly every direction. At its center lies a platform of steel gratings surrounded by rows of chains and pulleys. A huge chain lift lies before you, large enough to carry all of you below, at least in terms of space. Noticeably absent is the near constant rattle of chains, the automated perpetual motion of Polythreme's other chain lift, driven by, of course, powerful engines. Instead, the chains lie still by the side of the platform, attached nearly to a system of pulleys and brakes. It appears old enough to be manually operated.
Is there space for like the silver?
It's a large chain lift, likely used to transport cargo up and down the shaft.
Since we're going down, is it easy enough just to like release the brake a little bit and head on down? Or is it like we need to manually turn something, or
Can you give me an investigation check?
Can I assist in that?
Yeah, sure.
you could also just roll.
No. I'm letting you take the lead. Just kind of looking over your shoulder.
Sure. It's like a 6, I think. No. Oh no, it's a 7.
Hey.
You see halfway down the chain there is this sort of lever, which appears to be some sort of braking mechanism.
Like down the chain, like down the
At
shaft.
the base of the platform, as one of the chains along the pulleys runs through this, almost like a box upon which there is a lever.
Can I like fly down there on a broom?
Sorry, what?
Can I fly down there on a broom?
Currently, the shaft is blocked by the platform.
I'm so confused. We're on an elevator, but it looks like the thing's down there. Start the elevator.
You are
crazy.
on a platform. Around this platform is a frame. This contraption of pulleys and chains and this braking mechanism that is attached to the base of the platform. There is no below except the shaft.
Oh. So I can just hit the braking thing?
You could.
Pull on it? Yeah, do that. Sounds good.
Does everyone else also stand on the platform while he does that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of keeping an eye on Gromo, anyways. I assume.
I'll
there is
take
silver.
Winona with me.
I assume the silver somewhat knows what they're doing. of this.
As all of you board this platform, there is a creak as these old chains stretch slightly, as tension lies onto the platform. And Red goes to disengage the brakes. Almost immediately as the brake disengages from the chain, the platform just starts to drop. Fairly
I
quickly.
re-engage a little bit, but not that much.
A little bit too quickly.
Oh, no.
The braking mechanism appears to be less of a gradual stop, and more so as you realize a hook that simply hooks into the
Oh
chain.
no.
As you descend rather quickly.
Does this
for
thing have like
couple
a
of
roof?
seconds, the silver construct grabs hold of the chain. There's this sort of strained rattling, as almost like someone holding onto a rope. The chain continues to run through the silver's hand, only slowly slowing down.
Does this thing have a roof, the elevator thingy? Is it like...
It does not solid at least. There is a frame almost in a box shape around you, but there is no roof above you.
Because at some point, after like a second or something, so they would have jumped and then activated Feather 4.
Nice.
The elevator slows down to a more manageable pace as the silver holds onto the chain, almost manually letting it run through its hands. And Silas begins to slowly float back onto the platform. And you begin your rattling descent, the construct by your side controlling the speed. Several minutes pass upon this shaking, rattling platform, drowned in the noise of grating metal and chain. And with little else to look at, you notice stains and blemishes along the metal structure housing you. Signs of old rust that has been cleaned, at least on the surface, not so long ago. The rock wall around the lift passes by at a too high of a speed to actually make out any detail. But you still notice the small changes of color in the sediment. The initial brown hue giving way to the dark slate of the mines, which in turn leads into a much paler gray of the bedrock as you approach it. As the rock begins to change its hue to gray, there is also a sudden flashing of darkness. Sudden holes and tunnels that flit by as the chamber continues its flight downward. And then, with the uncomfortable noise of scratching and wrenching metal, your descent slows. As the grip of the chain tightens, the levers are flipped to engage the brake, and the platform finally comes to a final stop. The lift's shaft ends here at the bottom of the vast cave, stretching out in multiple directions. Aside from its absence of light and activity, it reminds you of the active mine's central staging area, from which numerous mine tunnels have spread out across the sector. In the same fashion, many tunnels stretch out into the dark from this cave, winding and twisting. As the platform had come to a stop, Romo steps out in front. The construct begins to forge onward, laying a path through the rubble and tunnels. Is there any particular order in which you follow?
Depending on my ableness, I will take the position that is most advantageous to protect her.
Evelyn's staying on Vint at this point.
Yeah, I will sit on Winona right next to Vinton.
I'll be
Gradually,
at the back.
as you follow the construct, the rock path narrows. The ceiling takes an abrupt, sharp dive, and Vint finds himself having to crouch along the way. Steadily, mined walls turn to more roughly hewn natural rock, and the dry air becomes thick, choked with dust and age. Each step you take crumbles cracked dust and dirt or old and long dead plant life, sending more dust into the tunnels. There are obvious signs that there was life, even water ones, judging by the occasional patch of long desiccated mud, before rock and stone seemingly buried it all. Your long walk comes to an end as you arrive at a small cavern, a place that can only be where you had needed to go, the edge of the city. The rock and rubble of the surrounding cave end on one side in massive, curiously carved brickwork. Two separate streets like tunnels stretch into an endless, unpierceable dark, and before these tunnels lie strange, dark objects. In your limited perception, they appear almost as black holes in your vision.
Are these things the things that seem like almost black holes, or something down in the?
Yeah, but these three are like tunnels.
These are black holes.
Hmm.
And these, the street,
Mhm.
are like tunnels.
I guess I'll ask Chromo. So, is this your city from before? Asking Silver.
No. I awoke below the city. This city. I did not spend much time here before coming to the surface.
Oh. So, you don't have any memory of the people that made the city, or do you think you influenced them like you influenced Polythreme?
Perhaps. I do not know them, nor did I know of them. There are other stones like these. Warding stones. I've seen other civilizations use similar methods in other cycles. They're warnings intended to evade a sense of danger, even in primitive minds.
Are they dangerous though, or just warnings?
They are just stones.
Is she about to start walking toward this town?
You step closer towards the black objects. Their almost matte surface appears to purposely swallow the light. The object appears to be a jet blank rock formed and cut into strange and sharp geometric shapes that seem unnatural and slightly disturbing. Your first instincts would be to avoid them, but there is also a sense of curiosity. As you stand this close, there is more on these rocks. There are these lines of unreadable text lying carved along several sections of the jutting sharp corners.
Has something written here. Guess I shall use my mask to comprehend languages. Try to read this inscription, I suppose. I'll read it aloud for everybody if I can figure out what it says.
As you lean down, reading the script, these complex runes seem to almost unfold into letters and become readable. It's 3 lines of text, repeated almost endlessly along the edges of these sharp corners. The lines simply read, "What was here is no longer good. What remains should be shunned. Avalda is no longer a place."
That's interesting.
Could have been more specific, but yep, that's a warning.
Just as a point, I'm just going to keep up detect magic as proceed along this point.
We'll go and double check that these two say the same thing.
Yeah, they are different in shape, but all read the same line of script along its edges.
What do you think no longer a place means? Like, why say it's no longer a place rather than it's no longer a city? You know what I mean?
Yeah, either it is intentionally weird wording or it actually means something.
It could be anything as simple as a dialect translation, or it could be something closer to the lines when something is removed from records. As much identity as something can be removed is. Although in the same sense they've left the name of Alda, so hard to say exactly. It could be that a city isn't the appropriate word. Maybe it's more like a region.
Yeah, maybe.
In either case, it would seem to serve its purpose. You hesitate.
Do you know which way we're supposed to go here? I mean, there's 2 paths. Have you been through here before? You came from below, you said.
The city with all of its broken tunnels and reaching rooms is a maze. Eventually, all roads lead to the center. And the center is what we need to reach.
helpful. I guess we can just go down anyone then?
Are the tunnels large enough for Vin?
He would have to, like, he would have to get in here, crown, but he could move through. There wouldn't be
Okay.
a lot of way for him to turn and freely move, but he
Sure.
could fit and still not be restrained in his act.
Okay.
How about we scout a little bit before we send Wind crouching down in there?
Yeah, sure, that's a good idea.
Like a minute into each tunnel just to see where it goes.
Make sure it's not in an obstructed route, at least, would be good.
Which path do you go down?
I guess the right path.
Yeah.
For me, it's right. This one. Are you going super fast? Like, you just...
No, no, no. I'm making sure that like I'm checking everything around me. Like I don't want to walk into like traps and whatnot. Just in case, making sure like everything looks normal and not suspicious. I'm making sure that you can just normally follow.
I'll follow a decent ways behind you, but like close enough that I could heal you basically if something happened.
Yeah.
A long and dark tunnel stretches before you. The ground is cobbled, same as the walls. Carved rock that appears in curiously intended shapes and forms almost. They aren't just like many of the cobble walls you've seen before, where simply a few large rocks were placed next to each other, cut to shape. There's almost a deliberate pattern to the ground in terms of smaller rocks, smaller sizes, larger rocks, almost a pattern that stretches across the ground. Along the sides of the walls, you see windows, glass, matted and darkened. There are rooms beyond, and almost all of them seem to be barricaded with these planks of wood, most of which have long rotten into this dark color. If there were any more humidity down here than the dry, cracked air, you'd imagine that much of this wood would have long fallen down into mush. A few of these planks lie scattered across the ground as well.
And the rooms are just empty, the barricaded rooms.
You take a look inside.
Yeah.
Roll me a perception check.
Dirty 20.
Through the window of one Jason. Even as the door lies barricaded by rock, you see an empty room. You see remains of broken things, furniture. You can't really make out the exact dimensions of this room, as in the distance the darkness gets too overbearing to impress.
I mean, I'm not too interested anyway. I just wanted to make sure that there's nothing lurking in there or interesting. It just seems like a room, and I will just continue forward.
You continue forward, and you come to the edge of these buildings. The street again has formed into an intersection, almost like a crossing. To the sides, the length of the tunnels continues. Before you lies a pile of rubble.
Is the pile blocking the whole path?
It is entirely caved in.
Okay. Hey Red, shall we check left real quick to see if the two paths are connected maybe?
Yeah.
Alright.
I mean, we might as well.
I will approach the crossing first, just to see, just to take a quick glance left and right.
You take a look to the left, and another long corridor seems to stretch you down. It lies a much shorter distance.
Ah,
Stopping you almost immediately in its track and leading further around the corner. Though you do see a mass of rubble.
just in case something happens, I will place 3 or 4 ball bearings on the floor that kinda form a line towards the left way before I go there.
You continue on your path to another intersection, where rubble seems to surround you. All 3 paths that seem to lead from this place are completely caved in.
Dead end ahead.
Okay.
Alright, shall we go back first and check the other way?
Yeah, probably.
I will pick up the ball bearings again, cause that way doesn't do anything anyway.
Might be way through, way down there. Just gonna check this way real quick.
Again, much like the other side, you will see a long corridor. A long corridor. Curiously enough, as soon as you move into the darkened space, you see a figure, a humanoid shape, just in the middle of that tunnel. Stands there, completely unmoving.
Yeah, I immediately stop and stare and see if it's an actual figure or something that just looks like a figure, like a training dummy or something that just has the general shape.
Or a programmed illusion.
Looks completely unmoving, but you see in the dark coat, cowl, backpack, straps of leather. It does look exactly like a person, except that it doesn't move.
I will pick up one of the rubble stones and just throw it towards the figure.
You throw a small rock, and can you roll me a quick attack roll with advantage?
Does it have any modifiers? Oh boy.
You can do it acrobatic.
Probably doesn't matter because I rolled a double 2, but acrobatics is decent, so it's a 12.
Sorry, I had to bring something. You toss a small rock, and without much issue, you hear the clack as it hit the solid surface. The small pebble, after striking, falls to the ground, making a similar noise again. Stone striking stone.
Guess I will slowly approach the thing.
Go ahead. It's right there. You walk up to it. You stand right before it. How far is your dark vision?
60 feet.
As you approach this unmoving statue, there's something else that catches your eye. Whilst in the other corridor, the doors were completely blockaded by rubble, you see a door that stands slightly ajar. There is a light falling.
Does it look like this statue has been peeking into the room from its stance?
It appears slightly turned towards it. As the door is right now, there is no way it would be able to look inside. It looks as if it was about to be in the process of entering perhaps.
Red, I have a weird feeling about this. Do you know of anyone who could detect magic?
Yeah, she's right behind us.
Anyone who doesn't cause a million people to die if they died?
No,
Damn it.
she's also right behind us. I'll go get her.
She probably heard everything because we're just like 10 feet into the thing.
Yeah. As a weird door and a guy that got turned into a statue or something.
Right.
There's a lie. In the door? It looks like there's a light in the door.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, actually, I'm not gonna go out there. Groma, what? You're already made out of metal. Why don't you open the door?
Immediately turning to stone, losing them.
Romo moves past you, almost like a spider stepping over you and Winona, using his tendrils to pounce on. And you see him, as the tendrils move out in front, prying the door open. There's a slight creak, and this wash of dust as the door moves. And then Gromo just stands there. Nothing moving to the side. A room.
An empty room?
More figures. A table. Food.
Might as well look inside too.
You look inside and there's you see a room, much like the one you've seen before, except there is a strange light. A table stands in the middle of it, and filled with what looks like food.
This is creepy.
I will grab my
Food is
amulet and try to
vibrant
smell.
and colorful. You smell this food. It smells like food. You smell fish and baked things and cheese and wheat. And in contrast, you see around this table figures entirely made gray. Visibly like stone, unmoving, much like the man outside.
This smells literally super fishy, and we should move past this.
Yeah, that's weird.
There is like a table full of food here, and it's not bad, the food. It doesn't smell bad, it doesn't look bad. It seems not like a good idea to go in there, because everyone around the table is turned to stone.
Possibly an enchantment of some sort? Or an illusion?
Oh, mimic. Remember the gate mimics?
Probably a mimic, yeah.
God, I hate gate mimics.
Last time we were so deep under the earth, everything was a mimic, so... Probably same here.
Do we want to seal the door off at least, so whatever it is can't come up behind us?
Sounds good to me. Please close the door again.
The tendrils still holding onto the door. The ancient gate, a long and arduous creak. There's a little bit of a resistance before the gate fully closes, likely some rocks or some rubble wedged in the doorway, but with some force, the door closes.
Let's continue.
Could I wedge some like triangular rocks in there like door stops so it can't open again? At least not
Then
easily.
there's enough rubble around you, you could very easily putting some door stops.
And continuing into the hallway.
You continue down the hallway. There are some larger rocks of rubble as you go. making it a little bit harder to simply walk across, but you managed to pass without too much issue. You continue.
Yeah. As long as it's just one way. He said as he
And
gets
with
to a
the
crossing.
Continue. You arrive at a crossing, but as you look to the sides, both pathways appear to be blocked by rubble. Only the way forward remains.
Doesn't feel like these are connected so far, but at least this one is just one way. I guess we just continue for now. Might as well.
This might be the same rebel pile.
Could
Almost
be.
immediately, you come to another crossing. There is not even much of a pathway in between. Again, you see some of these warding rocks.
More rocks here, Red.
At what point do the rest of you follow? Do you keep scanning, or do you move as a group or something?
I'm just guarding Evan, so.
We haven't heard which way they want to go yet, so.
Okay.
I think we're probably about to stop scouting right about here.
Yeah. As soon as there are multiple ways. Maybe we just check the stones before we return, Red? Just to make sure
Yeah,
if
sure.
anything stands on them that could be interesting.
Just check to make sure the inscription is the same, or if there's anything new.
Mm-hmm. It is the same.
Okay.
I mean, this seems like a direct way. So I guess we could all go down this way.
Yeah.
If there are more stones, maybe that's a more direct trail to the center. I don't know.
I mean, sounds logical. Might as well try this one.
This one seems pretty straight. There are more warning stones, so probably lead somewhere.
Right.
Also a couple
Oh.
crossings where wind could turn around in case.
Yeah.
That's good. Everyone will move kind of with, like, amongst a crawling Vint, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Using him. So I'm going to keep her token on him for now, but technically shifting to a position that she can.
What about the left and right way? Leading anywhere? Now I just want to run back and the other way just because Bea just removed. Want to go straight ahead, Red, or check the other ways too?
I think I see more stones, so straight ahead makes sense to me. I don't know.
Yeah? We're not
You want to
here.
put some like your markers down here? Give us
Yep.
the trail.
I will put down some of the ball bearings. And we'll continue forward.
Can everyone please give me a perception roll?
Does someone still have the sentinel shield?
I do, I think.
Oh, nice. Okay. That's probably best done. Anyway.
$16.
Nat 20.
Nice.
Oh man.
19 and nat 20.
Oh, 15.
27.
Man.
What was the rest one?
15.
No, that's right there. What was the Celeste was like?
16.
Silas, as you pass by the rocks, you pass by another door.
Hmm.
And just as you do, there's a slight creak. Barely noticeably, it moves a little bit wider. So,
This door is moving by itself.
you notice this too.
I noticed the door moving.
Yes. Huxley, you notice something different. Behind you, upon the ceiling, there is a stalactite.
Uh-oh.
A stalactite that was not there before. Wind moved.
How close?
Right here.
Evan! There's a
yes.
there's a rock that moves on the ceiling.
Where?
Point to it.
Yeah, you turn around and you can clearly see the silhouette of a stalactite, which you haven't seen any stalactites in anywhere the rest of the ceiling.
And it wouldn't have
And
made
if-
sense for Vince.
Wind had moved through there, he would have certainly knocked it off.
I get into a defensive position. Having lived underground for some time, would I be aware of like a creature like this?
You'd likely be aware of creatures like cloakers and ropers. Things that mimic objects, even if they're not exactly mimics, that pretend to be things that they are not, in order to lure prey closer, approach unseen.
Would we have heard them say that there is a door open up there? Or is
This
that
would have
further
happened pretty much at the same time.
away? Okay.
What you do hear is Red starting to play a counter charm. Which is, you know, basically combat music. Starting. In the tunnel. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Just
I
in
was gonna
case.
say over her shoulder, towards Gromo. It does seem like something's following us at this point. And then back to Huxley. Possibly concerning that it's not moving away and following. So keep an eye on it, see if it actually attacks, or we could take it out. Your choice.
It'll probably try and fall on someone.
Well, it moved after us, and it can't get past Vince, so you're the only person that it would fall on at this point.
Yes, that's fine.
No, I'm too strong. I would catch it.
Counter
We need cannon fodder to open another door. Can you send the silver over?
Something's following us back here.
Wait, what?
Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
There's a rock on the ceiling. Now she's looking around if there's any other rocks on the
What?
ceiling.
Yeah, there's lots of. Wait, I'm playing music.
Do we see any other rocks at this exact point?
I'm going to continue watching this direction while they're talking about that.
Well, as you walk away from the door, almost like a flow of fog, smoke, you see this stream of something black, almost like smoke, stream out of the doorway, and move into the hallway, forming almost perfectly this half sphere. What you described as just dark.
Oh. There's, there's dark thing. There's dark.
I just
You
will
look
point out,
around,
we have now
you
said there's a
see-
rock and there's darkness.
Yeah.
Rock
Is it dark anyway in here?
feeling.
Like,
But Evelyn, in your area, you see no other stalactite that
You're
seems
right, yeah.
as out of place as this one behind.
Yeah, that's fine. I just wanted to make sure that there wasn't like she's. Obviously, her perception's not amazing, especially because she's like in the midst of Vince's bones. So
going through a dark tunnel. Oh no, there's stones and there's darkness.
Right?
we've never sounded smarter in our lives.
So the darkness is like even darker than the dark tunnel, so it's probably magical darkness or something, right? Otherwise we
Appear
could
to be
see
something
through
of
it.
the sort. It's
Yeah.
either that or just smoke. Difficult to make out in, obviously, the darkness.
Yeah. Does it smell kind of smoky in here?
Give me a perception.
I don't think we can see the darkness.
Oh, good thing I had advantage on smell based. Perception check. Well, that is a good roll then. That is a 31.
The air is incredibly dry, so as you smell, everything has this sort of dusty aroma to it. Except the direction from where you see your garments. There's almost a humidity and almost like this freshness that comes with it. But there is nothing like smoke.
Okay, but it could be like fog instead, maybe something like that.
Potentially, it would still be this sort of blackish form. Doesn't appear like a vapor or anything like that.
Okay.
So what are we gonna do? Let's move it again. It's creeping me out. I'm gonna cast message into the darkness.
Okay.
Hello. You're creeping us out. Can we help you? We're just trying to go past. Is that okay? You can reply to this message. I could have just said that. I didn't say this way.
Said what?
Never mind.
You get no telepathic reply.
It doesn't want to talk.
It
It doesn't.
move on almost fully into this hall. You see this sort of stream of darkness lessen out of the doorway as it would appear almost that its full form is in the middle of this hallway.
You know what would be really helpful right now? Somebody that's got like true sight being close to him. these things.
Ah,
Anyway,
sadly, no one's able to do this.
Listen, I've got Gromo right here.
He's
And-
looking the other way.
He's looking this way. So we can't progress that away, and we're focused on something behind here. So I can't help you with your fog cloud.
Has it stopped
Can
moving, or
hear
is it
fog
moving
cloud.
like towards us now? The cloud.
Currently just sitting in the middle of the hall.
I feel like this place is just haunted.
yeah.
I will check this way real quick.
Oh, okay. So, do you hang out in this tunnel often, or is it just I'm just talking to the darkness. Do you like music?
Gives no replies.
Yeah, no.
Just checking left and right real quick.
Which way do you check first?
Left. And right. God damn it, 2 more ways over here.
Okay, you keep an eye on that thing. I'll go see about this rock, maybe.
Alright.
I'm not taking my eyes off the rock.
Is it still just a rock?
It's more of like a stalagmite hanging from the ceiling up there.
Okay. Is it, are you close enough to see that if it is actually that?
It's a bit far away for me to tell. I'd have to get a lot closer.
Uh-huh.
Do you want me to get closer? I'd have
I
to.
don't know.
Vince can't really turn around right here.
I suppose we should get Bent to like up there with Soleil's either way.
I could cut it to pieces.
I don't know. Let's get Bent up to where it can turn around easily. How about that? We'll keep an eye on this thing. So we're all together.
Who cast the spell?
It's moving. I don't know if it's a spell. That spell doesn't usually move.
I can see through it. It is a magical darkness. There is nothing inside.
Where did it come from? Red Sling?
There's a door to the left over there. Came through that. Just before that happened, the door moved by itself. Maybe this place is kinda haunted.
Less likely, more likely something that has been able to exist down here. I suppose possible. Give it a stretch. Hawks, has that rock moved at all, or is it staying where it's at?
The rock has not moved. It remains
Weird.
still.
It knows I'm watching it.
Okay, you keep watching it. I'm gonna fly up toward the rock.
I try
Oh.
to intimidate the rock with my stare.
Nice. Oh, it's over there. Okay. It's farther away. Hello, Mr. Rock. Do you speak common by any chance? Just in case you don't have a mouth. Because you're a rock, I'm gonna cast a message to you. You can reply to this message. Should we touch the rock, Huxley?
It might bite. But it's probably fine.
There are no rocks nearby. I'm gonna fly up and knock on the rock.
As soon as you get within 5 feet of the rock, you see tendrils peeling out of the rock.
Ah, I won't want to play.
Go ahead and roll me initiative.
I knew it.
Yeah, okay.
It's gonna
alright.
bite him. Look at those teeth.
It's probably fine though. I knew it was a mimic. At least I wrote these in initiative.
No, I'm the most vigilant and I'm the last one.
What's your dex?
2, 3, nope, 2. 2.
4.
Go first.
What was the number? What the fuck? Guys, chill. It's just
No
a little-
chill.
just a
No
little
chill.
Guys, just what is your dex modifier?
Mine,
Uh-huh.
5.
I want you chill better.
Yeah. Why are you rolling 2 things?
So as the stalactites tendrils start lashing out, and you
Well,
give
maybe
me
that's
a
one of those.
DC 22 Wisdom save.
I do not think so. So you can just go ahead and do it.
What if you get a nat 20?
There is a degree of failure.
Okay. Sure.
Oh boy.
No!
Okay.
No!
That's
no,
5.
no! Oh no.
Mm-hmm.
I do it. I'm always. People say I'm the one that goes in stupid situations. Listen.
Can you roll me a 1d4?
Yeah. I'll roll it on a d8 though, I think. So that's a 2.
Red, you are suddenly terrified, afraid to your bones. But not by the tendrils, nor the creature in front of you. In the darkness beyond it, you see something horrible.
Okay. I should point out,
Hello, friend.
if it is a frightened thing, counter charm gives me advantage on the saves.
Yeah, you can roll with it.
Okay. That's a 10 rather than a 5, so I don't think it really matters. But
You feel yourself rapidly aging
Oh.
as your terrified visit comes to grow wrinkled.
Oh boy.
You aged by 20 years.
Oh no!
And
I'm
you
so
are
old.
fighting for a minute.
Old man rat.
I'm gonna die old age.
And then it's Silas's turn.
And just like that, he's 49.
Yep, I'll put it on my character sheet.
Oh boy. I guess since Vind is like in between us, I don't really see what's going on, and also I'm there to like check on the darkness in front of me, so I guess I'll take my turn being perceptive around me.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Then, Emlyn.
I don't know how much we can see of what's happening over there.
I imagine there's just a moment of banjo music stops.
How far is your vision
I think it's on.
in terms of dark vision, and if you have any others?
Yeah. Dark vision 60 feet. True sight is only like 15 feet. Let me make sure I'm right on that. Yeah, 15 feet on the true sight. So I don't think I can even see Rhett right now. Yeah.
You would not be what is. Yeah.
What's the ring? Okay, yeah. What I don't like is the magical darkness that I can't currently see through. So I am gonna go ahead and shift attention that away for a moment and cast Dispel Magic.
Okay.
If it's any spell of 3rd level or lower ends, if it's higher I have to roll.
Can you give me an Arcana check?
Okay. Uh, 29.
You see this darkness start to dissolve. And almost as if in reaction to that, it recoils, moving back down home. And the rest of your spell does not take hold, it is not a spell. It moves
Interesting.
itself.
Right, a bit more than simply magical darkness.
Why? What did you do?
I attempted to break it up, dispel it, but it moved in reaction.
Huh.
Bonus action, I don't think I have much. That was a spell, so that is my turn.
Can you give me a history check?
Sure. That's 13.
Just from the way it reacted, it does appear as if something is moving it, or it itself is moving. And the darkness did instantly react to being dispelled.
Right.
So either something is very acutely observing you through the darkness, or potentially it itself
It's alive.
is alive.
Yeah.
One of those spells is alive.
Possibly a living spell. Like
Oh.
we were in the right. Need to sort that out. Not sure what's going on with the rat back there. Don't have eyes on him anymore. Oh, and then she's just gonna tell Vint to make sure to shield her. I guess. I don't know if he can try and act as much of a, like, sort of taking the dodge action. I don't know if there's anything more than that, but
Yeah, in terms of dodging, obviously there's not much space for, but there's a sort of, self-protective action you would take. It essentially is.
giving me cover. That's what I'm trying to have Vint do. Is give me cover.
Yeah.
That's my turn.
Okay. Red?
I suppose I shall run away screaming.
There is going to be a attack of opportunity.
Yeah, that's reasonable.
Yeah, that's a 10 to hit.
No. It steals time!
You
steals
sort
time!
of feel a scratch on your cloak as you just flee, and the tentacles are whipping after you, not quite reaching you.
Okay. I guess I'll shoot at it.
You shoot at this thing or this thing?
Which one? I'm scared of this thing, right?
Yeah.
But this thing is what stole my time.
Well, this thing is like throwing its tentacles at you, but it is this thing as you were afraid that you felt yourself aid.
But that thing. That's still time.
Okay. I suppose. I suppose I shoot at this thing then. That makes sense.
Either way, it is made with disadvantage.
Okay. That's right.
Because you're frightened. Well, you're not frightened, but you're like,
Yeah.
shooting it in the dark.
Yeah, for sure. That one's not gonna hit. This one might hit. What's a 15 plus 8? So 23.
That will hit.
Okay. It takes a whopping 8 piercing damage from my finger guns. I think that's probably my turn.
Okay. You see your shot just sort of fly. As it strikes, there's this slight light almost from the magical protect as it passes in and through creature. It has some damage as you see it recoil, but it doesn't appear to have done
I guess I might yell, Vance, shoot it! Shoot it! I'll end my turn.
What?
The darkness down the hall that stole my time. Time comes for us all.
This is the darkness.
Yeah, but I'm yelling and pointing and shooting that way though. So it's like,
Huxley.
You need to stop running away from the dark.
I'm scared of the dark.
You certainly are.
I am scared of the dark.
Oh.
Oh.
I will rage. And then I will wild shape. Oh. As I rage, this like, what was it, like a little blight glob appears next on the ceiling next to the stalactite. And then I'm gonna wild shape into lightning.
There is definitely a bright and dim light that's back now, flashing through the hall. You see this thing much more clearly. Huxley, you definitely would have seen these before. A roper, you know, its tendrils stretch up to 50 feet, dragging in small critters and creatures, or when it's desperate, even attempting to take down larger prey. But in your flashes of light, you definitely also see this thing beyond.
I will just fly. Where's this guy? Try and take him down. Yeah, just 2 attacks. Advantage, so first attack is not 20.
Amazing.
Good.
Alright.
Blessed is today. For 2d8. And then the second one is another not 20.
Oh my
Nice.
Not playing around.
Just give me the total then.
You don't understand. We're not in the tunnels with you. You're in the tunnels with Huxley.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
And they're not wizards, so they can't run that far.
plus 31, 41 lightning damage.
There are sparks flying, and there is a squeal and singed flesh as you just electrocute this. It almost instantly becomes bloody. and tries to move away from you. Does not appear to want to rope you.
As it turns away, it sees that like blob of light behind it, just as it explodes. So it has to make a dex save.
Got a -1, unsurprisingly. 13.
Fails, so it takes 10 force damage.
Okay. The glob explodes and it looks to adjust its course around where that explosion just happened. Just trying to get away.
How high is the ceiling?
In here right now it's about 20 feet, with another extra 5 occasionally due to irregularities in the ceiling.
No, I'll stay there. Yeah, that's my turn.
Okay. It is going to try and move away, so you get an attack opportunity.
I can't reckless on opportunity attacks, right?
Are you already
Just-
reckless?
On my turn, yes.
Then it's. I think it carries
Should
over to your
still
attack.
apply,
opportunity.
Okay.
Because I believe it states you get advantage for a turn.
Yeah.
Which the turn technically is the turn.
17, so
That'll hit.
What? Not a natural 20?
Disappointing.
Yeah.
I am dis-
not great damage. Plus 7, so 13 lightning damage. Oh, also, if it can catch on fire, it would catch on fire.
I don't think it could. It's mostly rocky in appearance. If anything, it would have a leathery hind. There's not really much on it that could burn. But there's the stench of singed flesh as you swipe at it and it continues crawling away.
Yeah.
Far as it can, which is with 10 feet, that's not very far. That is its turn, and even as it gets away from you, as it sort of crawls away, it suddenly just withers and falls to the ground and turns to nothing. Can you now give me a wisdom saving? The DC is 22.
You can't age. Your age is question mark anyway.
Yep. I'm immortal anyway, so.
You can just change your appearance back to 20 years younger.
Special against fear. Okay, I'm sure I can roll another nat 20.
Doesn't rage do something for fear?
I don't think so. No, that's an 18.
At least it's not too far off. Could help.
Okay. You are terrified, you are frightened of this. You do not, however, age.
Just frightened or moving away frightened?
I believe that is this. You are frightened. You don't have to move away, but you
Yeah.
can't move any closer.
Yeah.
And of course, you are at a disadvantage for attacks while it's innocent.
Yeah, raging just affects strength.
That's a different barbarian thing I think you can adjust.
Okay.
Subclass thing.
Gotcha.
Okay, and that is its turn. So, Silas.
Um. Yeah. I just hear the screams back there, right?
Uh-huh.
There is panic, and then you see light from behind. This sparking, flickering light, bright blue. Saxi turns into a lightning elemental.
Okay.
Then there's like the smell of fried meat.
Guess I will tell the Silva. I guess they need one of us to help. Please keep an eye out for whatever is happening here. 10, 20, 30. Feline agility. 10, 20, 30. What's this thing? And it's a bonus action. Okay, I still have an action. This is far away. I can't really see back there, right? Because I only have 60 feet of
Your
dark vision.
Extends to about Huxley. However, since Huxley is shedding bright light, you would be able to see it currently.
Alright. Then when I'm here, I guess I'm gonna shoot a couple arrows towards the thing back there.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck is this?
That's you being afraid.
17, 18 and 22 to hit.
That was all hit.
That is 39 piercing damage. And as a bonus action, I'm gonna blow the rallying horn. And everyone within 60 feet can choose one of the following. You can either have advantage on the... No, each of you have advantage on the first attack during your next turn. And additionally, you can choose to either use your movement, your action to use your movement speed without provoking opportunity attacks, or regain 10 hit points, or end the frightened condition on yourself.
Yeah. What a champion. I
And-
remember that one.
Yeah.
I realized I cheated. I can't rage, wild type, and attack in the same turn. So I should have done 6 less damage because I'm not raging.
As you shoot your shots,
Yeah.
Silas, in the lines, you can see this creature more clearly. As your arrows strike, you see them pass through. And as you see them go through and out the bag, and hear them clattering against the wall, you notice then, very slightly, you can see behind it, through it, is slightly translucent. It does recoil from the damage, and it doesn't seem like you've done as much as you'd hoped.
Kinda weird thing, it's only half solid. Yeah, as he just blows into the rallying horn. And that's his turn.
Evelyn.
Ugh. Kind of be glancing back at that situation behind. Did this shadow move any more than its initial pullback?
It has not so far.
Okay. Let's see. I guess, can't see anything that's happening back there. I'm gonna go ahead and just chuck a firebolt over here into the darkness. I'm more for the sake of the light from the fire than I know it's magical darkness. I'm more trying to see how it reacts. If that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want me to roll the attack?
Yes, please.
Okay. That's 23 to hit.
That will hit. As your firebolt flies towards the darkness, you see it almost try and avoid it. Almost try and squeeze around it, but your firebolt strikes, and there's this ripple that goes through this sphere of darkness. It's slowly moving towards it.
Cool. Well, Rhett said the shoot behind, so I'm gonna end my turn and have been. Is he able to turn around enough in this area?
Mhm.
So he will go ahead and turn around a bit. Stay where I was. And Vince will, I guess, shoot. He has 120 feet of dark vision. So I believe he could probably see what's down there, yeah?
Well, there's bright light from us. Yeah.
Yes. It is currently illuminated.
I guess then he'll shoot the prismatic dark cannon with a single charge, the beam at it. That's a 9. Huh?
Oh, good.
A 19 to hit.
Down it.
10d8. 4. And we're on d8. That is 41 points of radiant damage.
You see this bright beam of light shoot through the entire hall, striking this translucent thing. You see the light go through it and leave almost a hole that seems to close as you want. There is rapid movement from this thing as the beam strikes, and as it abates, you see its giant eye close, and as it does, it turns almost more translucent as it sinks into the ground.
Well, that's, not terrifying.
at the end of your turn.
That is.
Red.
I'll rub my eyes from the blinding beam. Look back down the hall. I want my life back, you son. I feel so achy and old. Oh, crap. I don't see anything to do. I'm scared. But I'm not scared, thanks. I don't have anything to do. So it's okay. I'm just gonna come this way a little bit.
Oxley.
Like, did it look like it died?
No,
It just.
it didn't feel like it. There was this. There was definitely a recoiling from the damage. And then
it
as
went
it
into the
calmed, you saw it close its eye, turn translucent, and start just sink into the floor. It was definitely a form of incorporeal movement as it sank in. There was no resistance whatsoever.
I will. Regroup with the others. And just hold an attack if it reappears.
Evelyn's not looking back there, by the way. She is continuing to watch this thing. She just told them to shoot backwards.
It moves a little bit further front. You see these ripples, almost like waves of spikes sort of jutting out. If you would have to put a name on it, it seems angry.
Yeah.
But as it reaches these warning stones, it does not move any further up, simply staying in place. And it would be Silas's turn.
I mean, since there's nothing more to see, I will also back up here. Oh, fuck, can I back up? Let's see, like 10, 20, 30. Yeah? And I will hold an attack.
Evelyn.
Right, we can either deal with these things or take another round. What do you want to do? Kind of glancing back over her shoulder at the others.
Who knows when it'll show up again? Might as well move forward.
No,
I guess.
not forward into that thing, but
I
take a
mean
different
forward in the sense of keep moving.
Left or right?
Haven't checked right yet. Left were 2 more ways.
Right, we'll head left. But Vin won't be able to go with Chroma there, right?
Well,
Is that
you
right?
could sort of move. As
Move around him.
and stay around.
And it hasn't moved past this point at any point in time, correct?
It has not.
Alright, then Ren will ride on Vin and hang on to him and move. What is move?
And as you would start moving, not aggravating the darkness any further, for the time being, you are out of initiative.
Oh, cool. Cool.
I will stay. I will keep looking out for like any darknesses re-emerging.
Oh, why is my back hurt all of a sudden? Oh, God.
Holy shit, what happened to you, Red?
It stole my dime. think I need to retire. I should have bought that potion of vitality or whatever, or longevity. Oh my god.
With detect magic, is there anything actively on, Rat?
Can buy another
There
one.
seems to be something lingering. It's almost like an aura that seems to slowly be seeping.
But it seems to be decreasing? Or that it's
It
still
seems
there?
to be
like-
sort of seeping into him. I don't know if you'd call it decreasing.
Can I tempt a dispel magic on whatever it is?
I think you'd be able to tell that while it is magical,
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't seem to be a sort of spell effect or magical effect in that.
Hmm.
It almost seems to be connected to something.
There's something still lingering about you, Red. I'm not sure what to do about it though at this moment.
If you'd wanted details, you know you could probably identify it by it.
Come closer for a moment.
Okay.
And I'll go ahead and cast Identify on them.
Mm-hmm. As you identify him, you can tell that, in fact, his years are sort of being sapped away. It's almost like a curse, but almost seems a little bit more primitive than that. You know that unless cured by way of a greater restoration or something similar, this effect would in fact become permanent if not healed in the next 24 hours.
Wait,
I can't remember. Can you do greater restoration?
Yes.
Okay. I wasn't sure if it was only less restoration.
No, he's the one that snorts diamond dust quite often.
Perfect. But it's a bit like a curse, sort of. Can you attempt to heal
Right.
yourself along those same lines?
Right. Yeah. Okay. Does it feel better if I cast Greater Restoration?
You cast Greater Restoration on yourself and you feel the years returning. 20 years is quite significant. There's vitality that comes back. This sort of tiredness almost melts from your bones and you're just lying on these past moments. And you are cured.
Oh,
In terms
being
of
old is.
your detect
Damn.
magic, Evelyn, you see this aura just sort of snap loose and fade away.
Right, I'm not sure what you thought, but we should probably stay away from that thing.
Yeah. I think it was like a time thief. Maybe.
Let's keep moving forward.
Or wait, I should probably. It's late. You want to go first? Actually, that thing came from behind. I don't know. Maybe I will go back for it. You know what? I am going first.
Several moments of Red moving back and forward and
Yeah.
position of the ground. Choosing the right.
Some more ball bearings down, maybe. Huxley, I know you're a lightning thing, but that rock, apparently everything's mimic. Even the darkness is a mimic. Can't trust it.
Thumbs up. Everything's locked, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, did I lock you guys as well?
Okay. I will, I suppose, go this way since it seems we want to go deeper.
Sense.
And keep an eye out for doors or the little warning statues.
I'm gonna tell Vint to keep an eye out for anything moving that's not us. Which obviously he can only really watch ahead.
As you continue walking down this corridor, almost seems never ending, and it takes a while before anything like frost comes into view. Before it does, though, you do see a door. Standing again, slightly ajar, a soft blue glow coming from the inside.
There's another door. Grumble, you want to open this one again? Please.
He turns his head to look at you, and then moves forward,
I'll come with you.
opening the door from a distance.
I'll point my fingers at it. Just in case.
Inside, you see crystal. Bright blue and softly glowing. A room filled with crystal. They spread out from the center of the room almost like a robe, covering the floor, covering several pieces of what may have been furniture, but at this point also seems to be translucent crystal. But as you look a little bit closer, you notice things within it. At least large clusters. Shapes and forms.
It's like crystals on bodies or something. Is there any movement at all from anything in the room?
Nothing.
It probably won't bother us. Although crystals were helpful that one time when the dwarf elf does get some. But these ones are growing on bodies, so, you know.
Hey Hux, could you stay like 20 feet further behind? The light you're shedding is pretty helpful. Thank you. Just in case the thing approaches us again.
I think to just probably avoid the room
Oh,
best.
sure. I guess I'll shut the door and go through the process of putting a few little wedges in it again. Unless I see something really shiny. No, I don't.
Also, I don't want to say it every time. Every time we pass a crossing, I will leave behind a couple ball bearings, just in case.
I will again peek around the corners.
You peek down all three of these corners. You see hold on. Which one is that?
No.
Ooh. Some more of those stones this way. That way. And in front of you.
I'm gonna vote left because there's something bad to the right, probably. That's my current guess.
It
I'll
could
let the
also
statues move.
be. It could also be that we need to head further in through the bad things.
It totally could be, yeah.
But we can attempt to go left first.
You've gotten used to spotting them by now. You see on the right path also a door that does not seem to be covered in rubble.
I'm gonna just try going left first.
Mm-hmm.
There are more windows. Looks like I'm seeing windows.
Before you is a tunnel like you've seen before, but there is a strange hole, almost at an incline leading into the ground amidst the rubble.
There's a hole in the ground. Can I look up the ceiling over here to see if there was a entrance? So this looks like it was diagonal. Like, is
Yep.
there a corresponding?
There is not a continuing hole following this diagonal.
Yeah, do you want to walk by this hole or by the statues in that door? It looks like something dug it out, I guess.
As in a creature or something.
I haven't gotten close enough to tell what. I also don't know about creatures. That feels like a Huxley thing. But then again, Huxley's lightning right now. I don't really want to walk up there and get pulled into the hole.
No,
to be
that's valid. Looking down the hole, can I try and do like a perception check? What is it? Let's see if we can see anything.
You're just trying to sort of peer into the hole?
No, not like from the crossroads, trying to look over to the hole, see if there's anything that can be identified. Whether that's remains of something. I mean, I know I'm
a perception.
a bit far away. I figure. Right. Then
Huxley, I'm assuming you stay the 20-ish feet back?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm looking back.
What was that?
it's only a 10.
As it lies still somewhat drenched in the darkness, there's nothing you really see at this distance. There's no light or anything coming from this hole. No noises, at least as far as you can
I would like to rummage around a little bit, get out a little bit of like a dried meat from a ration and kind of throw it over there. See if anything comes lunging out at it.
tell. Okay. You throw over a piece of dried meat. Can you quickly give me a dexterity check?
20. Nope. Just a plain check. It's 19.
Okay. Yeah, you landed exactly where you throw it. Which space would you throw it?
Like right on the edge.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Your piece of dried meat lands, and you see it sort of almost roll down a little bit into this incline, and you see it lie there. But nothing else happened.
Shrug.
Romo, it wasn't any sort of hole like that you came up out of, was it? You said we
No.
needed to head towards the center of the city.
It was at the center of the plaza, a large gash in its center.
Okay.
There are more stones like the ones you've seen, ringed around it. I would assume with me slowly decaying, it would have been a subject of concern.
And I think we're better off heading back towards the path of the stones.
Yeah, that's fine by me. Hey Huxley, why don't you lead the way toward the stones?
This way?
Mm-hmm.
You do see a somewhat ajar door. Do you take a peek inside? There is no light coming from this room. You mostly only see dark.
Yeah. I mean, if I'm floating by, I will like look into it, I guess.
Can you roll me a perception check?
15.
I think
As you
have-
start floating by, there is a moment where you pause and you see what looks like a humanoid figure.
I think you have advantage on your check.
I assume as a lightning elemental I can't carry.
Oh.
And then as the light falls through the door, you see a couple more.
Goodness
There
gracious.
seems to be quite a lot of humanoid.
Do you look backwards?
Yeah. Point.
I will go
Sure.
ahead and for you to glancing at your eyes, connect with you telepathically.
There's a
um,
bunch of creepy humans inside.
Oh, cool. Right. So Huck says there's a bunch of creepy humans inside of that room. Are they moving, or?
No. Do
Take
they
another
look?
peek. They all seem to be facing away from the door.
How
Don't
creepy.
see anything.
Do they look mummified?
They do look like they're wrapped in cloth.
They're like wrapped and they're looking in the opposite direction, but no one's moving.
Right. Right, so Huck says that there are a bunch of wrapped humanoids all standing still looking away from the door.
Just a couple more statues. I guess we just push ahead past this and get out of here as quickly as possible.
Sounds like a solid plan.
Just go forward. Hux.
Huxley, as you get to this crossing, there is a very sudden squeak. Yes. And something darts across the ground. Up in this.
I like gonna immediately point at it and like I don't know, shoot a tiny lightning bolt. Like more just like, you know, like a spark, like a movement. I'm not shooting it at it, it's more to like signal that there was something moving.
Oh, okay.
Like I said, try to glance like where it moved to.
Once again, you see a long hallway. Once again, you see a stone. But there is something else. If you move any closer.
Look back at the others.
Looking once you look back at one, we'll see. What did you see?
Something was moving and there's more of those black rocks.
Right. Hawk says there's something moving down that path.
Like a rat. Like something small.
Oh. Only something small like a rat though. So down the other paths? Anything?
Yeah, anything else?
Please.
Nothing I can see.
You could either attempt to go back and continue the path towards the stones, or a different one. Any thoughts? We're heading backwards a bit if we go towards that direction. Not to say that it's not where we need to go, but it at least straightforward doesn't seem where we want to go if we're trying to press further in.
I mean, if there was something like a rat, it has to be alive down here somehow, right? Might lead us outside.
Also possible. It could be some sort of spiral inward, so we could take that path.
I don't know if the warnings mean anything other than just being warnings.
I keep meaning to ask, Megan, when we pass these warning stones, is there anything that flares up with detect magic?
No,
Specifically? Okay.
they are distinctly non-magic.
Okay.
Well, I guess we just move forward towards the rat, and then we see if it's worth further investigating or not. I will try to get a smell like the rat. Just if I can smell
You move past Huxley,
It.
or does Huxley move with you?
I don't know if Huxley moves, but he will move towards that direction.
Let's just go. Who's with you?
Can I smell something?
As you move forward, you do smell something. You smell slightly wet fur. You
Uh-huh.
smell fresh air coming from the left. Another doorway. But before you move your attention to the left, there is something else that you noticed along the corridor, leading further down the corridor. A somewhat familiar sight.
I hate this thing so much. Oh, it's okay. I was about to say it was the creepy thing from the beginning. Okay, these I don't hate that much.
You see pale, aged rat standing still, unmoving, but visibly breathing.
Here are some of those weird rats again. The ones that are like have lost something.
Interesting.
As I look into the door.
As you look into the door, you see light. This time from what looks like a crack in the ceiling, which is still odd. You are hundreds, if not thousands of feet under the ground. Even a crack would wind and twist to the point where light would never reach the bottom. But there is light, and you see plants, living plants, and you see things flitting amongst the bushes. Rats.
Pretty sure this is another illusion. I throw a stone at one of the trees.
You throw a stone at one of the trees. Can you give me a quick dexterity check?
Straight check would be a 22.
You hit this tree dead on. And there is this slight talk as if it hit wood as the pebble falls to the ground. And a few leaves fall from the crown of the tree.
Maybe it's not an illusion, but definitely a trap of some kind. Something is off here. I don't like it. I move forward towards the rats. All of the rats. Everything's full of rats here.
Does it reconnect down there?
Let me check real
You do
quick.
not see.
I'm gonna sort of go back to like where we left the workers or something.
Give me 1 second. Leave the whole thing. Okay. You move forward, Silas, walking past rat accumulating around the door. And past the rat,
I mean, I might as
you
well
continuing forward.
try and peek into the door if it's possible.
Now, why would I do that? And what would, peer inside what appears to be a library. You see these large bookcases around the sides. You see more stones immediately at the front. But all the bookcases appear to be completely empty. At the middle of this room stands a doorway with an open door. Just in the middle of it all. And around it,
How familiar
you
does
know,
this
the
place look?
old blind rat just staring at the door. I mean, it looks as familiar as any other library you've seen so far. Definitely odd. There's no books anymore.
Yeah, I mean the weird door in the middle. I feel like I've walked through a door in the middle of nowhere and ended up in a library, so that's why I'm asking if it. Like,
You remember in the slip you walked through the
yeah,
doorway?
yeah, that's what I mean.
But
Like it's a similar looking somehow. Or
no, this is definitely a sort of stone archway. It doesn't seem familiar aside from the fact that it is a doorway in the middle of a room that doesn't seem to lead specifically anyway.
this one is kind of tempting. Not gonna lie.
If I see Chrome, we'll take off.
Mm-hmm.
Does it connect yet?
Not really. Just goes on and on.
Are we walking at an angle?
Yeah, that was what actually I was gonna ask. Does it seem like we're changing elevation in the hallways?
Roll me an investigation check.
Does my keen mind help me in this?
Yes, it does. That's why you made the protest.
Investigation. That's a 22.
You're fairly certain you have not changed Ellen. At all.
Yeah, for my own sake, for keen mind, I've been tracking this map as I've been like writing it all out, and it doesn't make an ounce of sense logically.
It should connect. But you seal the hallway in front of
Okay.
you.
Yeah.
Not connect.
Perfect. I just wanted to make sure that that was accurate to what I was seeing.
So hold on, so it doesn't make
It
sense?
does not make sense. We're traversing on paths that should have been intersecting or come across intersections before, like this one ahead, and they're not there, but we're not moving up or down that I can tell.
Maybe that's what it means by not a place.
Hux.
Did I just see sunlight in that room?
That's what Silas said. Hux, you talked to your plant and it gave you the rat, correct? Is it possible it's suggesting to follow the path that the rats were on?
Maybe it did say that someone can grant us a wish that is far below above. So we should go down.
Right.
Maybe this is a place. Or not a place. That's above it. Wait. Part of that was out loud to who?
Evelyn's side was out loud. She was talking telepathically and out loud for the sake of conversation, but when she's asking Hux questions, she's also verbalizing it so people are aware.
Did ask the tree about getting a wish.
Right. Hux suggested that it's going down, that we should continue to do. Silas, what's in the room up ahead?
Some kind of library. In the middle of it there's a door. Like in the middle of the room. Maybe we should like start checking out a room or two to see if that changes anything.
You want to head into that room since all of the rats are outside the door?
Yeah. In the room around the door in the middle there's also rats gathering around that door, so maybe that means something.
For a point of reference, Becker, there is no way Vent can fit through these doors, correct?
No, he would not be.
Okay. Alright.
Can break the walls.
Probably.
Alright. Just save me
so
if anything happens.
go with and then
Just save me. You step over the rats, just sort of. Then
Yeah, I leave Winona behind.
There's no reaction from them whatsoever.
I will slowly approach the door in the center.
Okay. You see an open door.
I will take a glance back to my friends. I will step through.
You move aside the door and you step on through. As you do, the rest of you, what you see is Silas stepping through the door, which swings back and falls shut. Silas, you somewhere else. And I
No.
would say let's take a 5 to 10 minute break.
Oh boy.
And,
No.
'cause I gotta go pee, and I'll be right back.
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
Maybe they were saying, "Don't go through this door. Don't cross this line."
Yeah, they were guarding the door.
They're like,
They
"Don't
did a
go
pretty
these
bad
ways."
job guarding the door. They just stood there.
Yeah. Oh,
But you were warned 3 times.
yes,
I
true.
don't want to electrocute one of the rats.
Whoa!
Oof.
Okay.
You know, to see like shock.
Well, if Silas is just gonna walk through doors, I'm gonna go over here and eat some berries.
Oh no.
Oh, one of us has disappeared? Well, let's just chaos.
Let's just
just
all
wondered.
go into the rooms. Every single one.
I'll be right back as well.
Say yes, yes.
You find yourselves in a room. A room that shines with a fluorescent light of the ground. On the reflective surface of the ground, you can almost see faraway stars far beyond the ground. There are reflections of the bookcases that stand upon the ground, but they're slightly shifting. There are 12 bookcases, ringing a central staircase which seems to lead up into the darkness, almost infinitely.
What about the door behind me?
There is no door. There is simply
Mm-hmm.
a staircase leading up into the dark.
Also behind me. Okay, so there's 2 staircases basically. Okay. Does the
The room
one?
itself is ringed with more bookcases and walls, and on the other side of the wall you are seeing the end of another side.
Okay. Might as well give this room a quick look.
You start going towards the middle.
Yeah.
As you reach towards the central circle, you hear a voice from behind you. You again. Figures.
Oh no.
You always go to the cool places.
I know.
How do I always end up
You
there?
have a penchant of going to places you shouldn't be. You turn around.
Yeah. There he goes again.
Out behind you, you see a silver pool. Clouds and ever monotone grey. And you're fairly certain that when you arrived, when you walked past there, he was not there. Last time you went outside, you lost something valuable. You seemed sad. Like someone had murdered thousands in front of you with their carelessness. But don't worry, I picked it up, added it to the book. And now you're here again. I'm starting to think you come here under the impression that there's a mutual respect, a kinship, or maybe even friendship. Let me dispel that charm for you. We are not. Not so long ago, you were everything I would have despised. Not that I or you would remember. I'm only doing what I would have done already, so long ago. I know what you know, and I know that you would have known more if you'd been given the chance. or if fate had been kinder. Unlike some, I'm not under the illusion that you are less than the bird beneath their follower's boots. That you, like I, are more than they. So, again, we are here. I've already taken as you stepped through the door. You were always going to give in, only by knowing you would do. You even consider the alternative. And still yet, you don't. You have a question you've already asked. One I've already answered. But to you, in this moment, it could be anything. Maybe you wish to know who I was, what we did. Or you would like a new refined recipe the likes the world simply hasn't seen. And probably wouldn't like to. Or it is simply someone else. The subject of your question today. Some problem you think is yours to fix, not knowing that the here and why is why it happened to begin with. Causality, you just can't escape it.
Just staring at him. This looks different this time, and I just wave a hand around. Is it a different place?
No, I simply haven't built it yet. I'm in the process of making the pit. You came here early.
When did you expect me to come?
I didn't expect you to come at all, but I knew it. It's already happened. And it'll happen again. You'll walk through the same door, around the pit, and ask me the same question.
Why me though? What? Why do I have the ability to get here in the first place?
Is this your question? You only get the one, you know.
Oh, boy. And I guess if I ask a question, it's gonna be some kind of trade again. I lose something.
Oh, you've already lost. As I said, you were always going to give in.
I have many questions, but I guess the one question right now that I would like to have taken care of is our group has caused great trouble for Polythreme. Is there a way to fix our mistakes, and if so, how?
The fix is as simple as the answer to the riddle that killed the last wizard who will ever live. Dirt. That's the answer to the riddle. But don't worry, you'll never meet her. Your solution is at hand. In fact, a good, long lane. Or the concoction she prefers, when all else fails, go again. Someone will be there, He knows this as well as I, and now you. And almost as if everyone knew, she won't even come to harm yet. But again, inevitabilities are simply the symptoms one suffers in the face of causality. That's where you are, the face.
I don't understand what any of that means.
I shall put it in terms that are easier for you to grasp. Let her die.
That's not a solution, that just makes things worse.
Not this time. While we are on the subject of death, you found one of my old toys. Tools that I made before I had ever thought of them, and long after I had need of them. I've given them such a short moment to endlessly reiterate them, and sometimes my old things are picked up out of the dirt or clawed back from afar, and sometimes they have interesting things on them when they return. Some insight, some qualia that hadn't existed before and now always has. Seldom do they disappoint, but there are always exceptions. Never once until now has one come back with a name.
What thing are you talking about?
There's much you will never know, no matter how much you seek him, just as a child lost in the street because it cannot read the signs. You've done it. You have proverbially licked my old toy like a child, and you may have it for now.
Are you... What was the name again? Aeternus? The name of the...
The god of justice
Oh no,
is
the
Aeneas.
Aeneas, the god of time. What was that name? Was like... Wasn't there a name then that
Yeah,
was
it was like-
known?
Kyra? Creon?
Chrome? Yeah, something with C.
Creon.
Creum? Are you Creum?
Is that another question?
No. Don't want to ask too many questions. Look, it's funny because some questions you just answer, and then some questions you ask, is that another question? So I'm not sure which question, like at what point the question turns into a question, you know.
It is an odd thing, isn't it?
It certainly is. Most certainly
I can't
is.
tell you the difference. I can only tell you that there are some questions which I've already answered. And there are many that I will never answer. I'm simply stating the answers to the questions you've already asked.
Well then, I guess might as well do this and ask again. And this time it is a question. Why me? How did I get this ability?
In truth, entirely by chance. Though in this room that means little. You were always going to have it, and you've always had it. And here you are.
Okay, I can live with that. At least there's no deeper purpose connected with it or something. Makes things easier to work with. So, you said it's not going to be the last time we meet, so
We've already met again.
yeah. Somehow I knew you were going to say that. I feel like it's not going to take much longer and I will know what you're saying next.
Then we have an understanding.
We do? Kind of.
Don't forget to take it with you. He points past to the ground.
I guess I turn around and look at the ground. The rat! I guess I pick it up
Hmm?
and turn around to him.
He's gone.
Somehow expected that. Does the rat look like all the other rats? No difference?
Looks pretty much the same. There's the same sort of quality to it that it doesn't appear to react at all. It is blind, it is old.
And this time it didn't like show me where or tell me where to go next, so I might as well see if I can like the signs on the ground are they like just glowing or are they
Mm-hmm.
okay?
Much
Well,
like it is on the time. You see this elaborate lattice in the middle, and the signs around the circle.
I'll move over here and kneel down and try to touch the sign on the ground and see if anything happens.
You touched the ground and it is clear as glass. It almost seems like the light is coming from far beyond it. As you look down towards the sign, it does appear like it's behind this thick pane of glass, just out of view.
And then I turn around and will step towards this bookcase and look at the books. Is there
The
any?
backs of
yeah.
these books, as you look over them, all have strange and odd symbols on them. None of them are in a language that you know. And you're fairly certain that as you go along the row of books to the distance and go back, that in the meantime you've looked away, the symbols have changed.
I will put my hand on one of the books just to see if anything happens.
You touch a book. You feel it quite normally. You feel leather, engraved edges, paper.
I will scream into the empty room. May I lend one of these for my friends? Well, there's no no. It's not a no. I try to grab one of the books.
Okay. You pull a book out of a shelf, and the second you do, that hole is already filled. There's already another book. Almost as if you didn't see it before.
And the book in my hand is still there.
Mm-hmm.
I will open it and just take a glance inside.
You open the book and you see images of yourself. Sketches, drawings, characters. You continue flipping through the pages.
Yeah.
Keep
Intrigued.
flipping through the pages and you see sketches. Worse in quality, slowly improving. They are your own sketches. All the sketches you've ever made.
Oh, even the old ones. Those were terrible. I will put... Can I put the book back?
There is no space for that.
Guess I might as well take it with me then. Alrighty. I don't think there's much else I can really do here. I will approach the stairs.
You start walking up the stairs.
Yeah.
Slowly, you get close to the ceiling, shrouded in darkness. You keep walking.
Yeah.
You keep walking along the staircase until you come to a door at the top of the stairs. Aside from the door, around you, you see only darkness.
Yeah, I try and push it open.
You step through the door.
All the doors open. Can I walk in?
The door for you fell shut. Soleil gone. And almost immediately the door opens again and you see Soleil in the doorway. You try and push past him.
Sure. Alright, Huxley and I should probably go. We got the rat thing going. Huxley knows. Come on, Huxley. I mean, you're lightning all on top.
You
Okay.
push past almost confused looking Silas. And as you step through the door, you step out the other side.
Of course. Well, that's disappointing. We went to all that work and I had a whole plan. Huxley, tell us how to use the door. Right, you're an element.
Any results? Anything?
Well, as Silas steps back outside, you see him holding a rat, one of the rats, almost identical to the one standing around you, and a really old, really beaten up looking book.
I assume it was literally instantaneous to us.
Mm-hmm.
Something significant about the rat?
Silas looks kind of deep in thoughts and just confused and at the same time kind of content looking. I've been there again. The library.
Did you? You didn't take the scroll. Why?
Which scroll?
Why did you go? The
I
scroll for taking the wish.
what?
To get the wish, you need to get the scroll from the rat thing.
We see that he's holding a rat.
Yeah.
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 Does it look like retribution?
I mean, all of them look like retribution.
No, retribution.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, this one does look like retribution.
Retribution looks dead.
I want to go in my backpack and pull out retribution and just
Pull out
preserve
an
the
empty
body.
jar,
Holy!
Oh God!
only filled halfway with liquid.
Yeah, hang on. You can reply to this message, Huxley. What do you want to say to the group?
It's retribution.
It's retribution. He's back. Yeah, obviously he's
Yeah,
back.
yeah, I brought him back. Kind of, I guess.
Child.
Huxley says my child.
Guess I hand retribution over to. Oh no, it's enlightening elemental. I won't hand it back to. I will hand
Did
it
you
to.
get the wish at least? Is the point? The main point.
I tried to grab a book there, but it didn't really turn into a wish.
Hmm.
I will check the book now that we're back here. Does it look like beggar? Is it still there?
You open the book, it looks beaten up like it's been in your possession for hundreds of years. You open it up and it is completely empty. Every
Kinda what I feared. Well, I tried to grab a
You
book.
need
Oh.
the answer to your question posted in chat.
That would be really neat, because I'm bad at remembering stuff.
That is okay. He's bad at talking.
that too. Didn't want to say it like that, but that too. So yeah, I brought this book with me. I grabbed one of the books there this time, but it turns out nothing really transfers over when I take it from that library. Only the answers I get from the questions I ask kind of remain in my head. And I don't know how I got there this time. It just feels random. I just have to walk
You
through
walked through the
doors.
door.
Yeah, I mean, yes, but if I walked through the door again, I don't think I would end up there again, you know? It's just sometimes it works and sometimes... Why is that even here? The door
It's
in
for-
the library, it's like...
I mean, I don't know. I thought I was forgetting a wish, but
And we can't open the door again.
well, no, I can walk through it. I go and walk through it several times.
You hopped back and forth in the doorway.
Right.
So hang on. Did you get any kind of? Okay. Let's look at the rat. That's cool. Did you at least ask about curing everybody? Which was the whole point of us going on the rat adventure.
Yes, I asked how we could fix the mistakes we made, and he already knew. I was gonna ask about that. And the answer was, of course, complicated and riddle-like, and didn't really tell me that much, actually. But maybe... there was one part I kind of understood that felt really weird to me, and the rest was like long winding riddles.
Can you tell us right now so we can all try to remember?
I'll try, and I try to to say everything I remember.
It is in the lore channel if you would like to read it.
Yeah. Alright.
Do you say? Is there anything you don't say?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking about right now. I was just like the start was something like the fix is as simple as the answer to the riddle that killed the last wizard who will ever live. Dirt. I remember that he pronounced dirt really. Dirt as one sentence, one word.
Okay.
That's the answer to the riddle, but don't worry, you will never meet her. I have no idea who her is.
Okay.
Your solution is at hand, in fact. Oh no. Oh yeah. Something about blades and concoctions. I'm not sure if I want to say this.
Is that you saying that out loud?
Yeah, I'm saying that out loud. It just feels so wrong to say this.
What is it about, like the genie? We should have contacted the genie. I knew it.
No,
Hang
no,
on.
no, no,
I'm gonna
no.
go fall asleep.
No. It's
Does Silas look at Ewan at all?
yes.
Then she's gonna make a telepathic connection with him. Is everything alright?
I'm not sure if this solution is actually the solution we seek.
Right. Do keep in mind we're also in company of Romo, so filter everything you're saying with that in mind, as we're not completely safe. But
You
say
see
what you
Gromo
would.
staring past you through the door. Once done.
If we need to talk about it later, we can.
Yeah, I'm not sure if we want to talk about it later, but if we talk about it, we'll do it.
Right. I tried
Just-
to, so
Just a couple of us.
use
This
your
is
own discretion.
the first room we've seen, bearing warning stones inside it. Who did you meet?
Oh, just an old acquaintance. In a different plane. At a different time.
I have learned much of our history in these last few days. Trying to make sense of something that has been bothering me. I can say with some confidence that when I was awoken, I awoke for the first time this cycle. But splitting the planes, before your golden age of magic, your kind should not have been able to do it. It bears all the marks of a desperate effort, something my kind is all too familiar with. But I do not understand their motivation behind it. There is something else. I have told you of the archetypes. It's what we are born out of, and while there is no reason why we should have to adhere to these traits, it is our cornerstone. Astrath, who I believe attacked the city, who would be the one my kin would look to now for leadership. His archetype does not match his actions. He is a Hierophant. In our time, it meant an oppressor through the means of divinity, a tyrant through principle. Our creators had no gods. At the beginning, the means of shaping the world were already there, and the Hierophants took control of them and lorded over the rest. I have an idea of you meeting in this room with someone.
Well, I don't know their name, so you're welcome to share your
I
ideas.
believe it would be the one we call Thief.
Thief.
Creon,
Creon.
a sore subject for my kind. Always we have hated him, even before our minds were molded by chance. Our creators, as I said, were like gods. Their will freely shaped their worlds, and even then they would fall to the blight. When next we awakened, the new world was not empty. New life, new gods, and only some of the seeds of our creators would rise to such levels. Many of them changed so much they were hardly the same as the reflection that had entered its arm. But that was part of their will, I think. Understand that I can never fully trust these memories from before. They are the memories of countless reflections, each seeing the world in a different way, injecting their fears and judgments. Unreliable record. But one I know is truth, a persistent set of memories in countless reflected minds. Creon. Creon was always there. Every time a world came to a close, and every time a new world would awaken. How could gods fall and rise, and yet he would persist? When at last our minds, our own minds, had formed, never could we shake that chain, Creon, changing the way we shaped our worlds, making us forget, taking from us precious things of our own, of ages past. So we called him the Great Thief.
I mean, if he made you forget stuff, that just means you had too many questions to ask.
You should understand, in the countless cycles before, no race ever looked like yours. Humanoid, human, except Creon. What to us was a strange, unfamiliar form, with mannerisms and speech so alien to us at the time. In this cycle, he seems just like everyone else. I think they might believe that this is the final cycle. It would explain why they go to such extreme, such length. Merely a speculation.
Just for me, the final cycle of your kind, or the final cycle of the world. What are we talking about here?
The final cycle of existence.
Existence. Right. Great.
And they want to destroy it?
If Creon came from here, but has always been, does it not imply that perhaps this cycle has some import over all others? Again, I do not fully understand what they're planning or why, but I have an idea that it may have something to do with Korea.
I mean, he does a lot of time stuff, so if they think the end of existence is coming near, maybe they want like to rewind time or like to jump to another time where there's another cycle, or I don't know. He's the one who could maybe do this kind of stuff.
Returning to a previous cycle would only doom us to repeat them.
But if you broke the
Perhaps.
cycle, if you broke time entirely, if he's the god of time and you break time, you'd be out of the cycle. Right?
Perhaps. I'm afraid this kind of philosophical thought may be beyond me at the moment. Even in my time, there were not really any who understood exactly how time could be broken down or remade or manipulated in such a way that you suggest.
Okay, that's lovely and all, but you just interrupted me right in the middle of a thought.
I apologize.
Slay was telling us or not telling us about a wish, or the answer to a wish.
Yeah, I have to think about... I need to remember the words. I guess if we get out of here, I can tell you later. And I will turn around to Red, and I will make eye movement towards Ablin and try to be like talk to her, blah blah blah. I just try to make eye
Okay.
movement. That is super obvious.
Yeah, I get this. Okay. Okay, as long as you promise me it's not something we can like fix right now. You're gonna remember.
Sure.
You really should have let Huxley and I go through the door. I'm just saying.
Look,
Or
the
not.
problem about this stuff is mostly that I never expected to actually work.
Okay, yeah, but both of us did expect
Yeah.
to find a wish through that door. Okay.
Next time I'll let you walk through the door first.
I don't even. Honestly, I will have Huxley do it. Huxley has had the most success in this regard.
She will just feed the wish scroll to what's the book called that eats books?
You mean Helene?
Hele. Yeah.
Forget.
How could you?
How can I? How dare I forget this?
Maybe that's the best thing. You know, I don't even. I'm gonna go kick a rat.
Like, there's no idea what's
I'm gonna go and kick
Yeah.
it. Oh yeah, also that's something I guess I can tell you right now, because I when we talked afterwards, he like said, "Oh, and take that thing with you," and then I turned around and this rat that Huck says is retribution is was just sitting behind me in the library all of a sudden out of nowhere, and he said, "Pick it up and take it with you. Don't forget it." And
He
I don't
makes
know.
these.
I don't know what this means, but yeah, he made me pick it up and take it with me. So I just did because I thought it might be important. Don't know what it means, but here we are.
I kick
You-
another rat.
You kick a rat to the side.
Oof.
They all behave the same way. They get kicked a fair distance and then they just sit back up.
I want to
No.
electrocute one of them.
Why are all of a sudden, why are you... Let's just move on, please.
You electrocute one of the rats, and it lies flat on the ground.
Why are you doing this?
Because
You know
he
the-
made them.
Now it's like
So
shot them
what?
back into life.
Just because someone was made by someone doesn't mean you can just...
Should
Just
we,
kill 'em.
Press on.
Yes, please.
So wait, does the rat do anything?
The rat that he's holding, or
Yeah, hang on. I'm gonna take out my magnifying glass and look at this rat.
My rat? I pull it away because you just kicked a couple rats.
Do not
That's fair.
hurt.
Yeah.
I paid 1,000 fucking gold for that rat. I'm just,
Are you sure it's this
I'm
rat?
just gonna look.
Are you sure it's actually
What?
this
It's
one?
not the one that's not in my container anymore. And Hunks said it was retribution. I'm not gonna kick that one. Unless.
Alright, slowly and carefully I will shove it in front of you, but am ready to pull it away as fast as possible in case you do something fishy.
I can cast Identify on
Okay.
it. Through the magnifying glass, I guess. And it doesn't break.
You cast Identify.
Oh my god. It does have an
This
icon.
rat is a goddamn spy! Unless... Wait, is it? Yeah, it probably is. It's... This is what freaking... Reginald's was... It's like... Okay.
This is weird.
Okay. Set retribution down and let's all turn around.
Are you going to freaking kick it?
No, I'm gonna turn around too. That'd be funny though. That would be funny.
Inside check.
Alright, roll me persuasion or deception, you don't even...
I don't even know.
And,
It's a natural one for me.
yeah.
Yeah, no, I have like
I mean, you can
I have like 9
You were
21.
you were certain in when he said I'm not gonna kick it that he was definitely not going to kick it until you suggested that, and now it's in his mind. But you're pretty sure he's probably still telling the truth about turning around.
If you kick it, I swear to the weird time god or whoever, I'm gonna be really mad at you. And I put the rat down.
I'm gonna hand it like a unique looking rock,
Okay, you handed a rock. You hold on to it.
and then I want to have everybody turn around.
Does everybody turn around?
Yeah.
Including Winona and Vint?
I'm having Ben's been looking out this way anyways.
I don't know what
Because I don't
Winona
know
does. I will not.
What's going on?
I will not give Winona orders. She looks in a random direction.
Mm-hmm. Okay. How long do you stay turned around?
I want to turn around really fast, like I might kick a rat.
Okay, you turn around, and it's gone. The other rat's still there, but that one isn't.
What did you do?
Is there?
It's gone.
It's a spy rat, but not a spy. It just steals things. It's a thief rat. Gromo was right. It's a rat that steals things if no one's looking at it. But I suppose Soleil, if you think about it being somewhere none of us are looking, it might be there.
What? What? I just have to think about it and look somewhere that no one else is looking?
Yeah, like it's probably right behind us right now.
I turn around.
I don't think any of us were looking behind him.
Yeah. It's not behind you.
Oh, you might want to call its name. Sorry, I forgot that part. Why did you have to name it that, Huxley?
It is so perfect in so many ways. I don't know what you
I
mean.
did not think it was gonna be turned into a magic game.
Yeah, into like a story relevant magic item. Oh, it's so
Okay,
perfect.
call its name, think of it behind you, and let's all... Yeah.
Retribution.
Okay, now
Do
turn
you-
around.
Do you actually picture it? You said that kind of half.
Yeah, it's hard to believe, but he will think about the rat.
Okay. You think about the rat. You picture it in your mind, just sitting behind you, where nobody else is looking at the moment. And there it is, sitting there, holding a rock.
It's actually there again.
Yep. It's watching us.
It blankly stares at the ceiling with its blind eyes.
I legitimately don't know if we should take this with us. Because
I mean, can we not take it with us? There's like...
well, it serves the unobservable observer, meaning Chiron. Or whatever his name is. Creon.
It's like Freon, but Creon.
Creon, yeah. That's what
No, what I mean is like, is there a way to not take it, to really not take it with us? Because like,
it might just follow us.
it's probably gonna disappear when we don't look,
Yeah.
and then it's just always around in case we think about it. Then it's there again, I guess.
That's probably true. That's a good point. I wonder if Evelyn, do you want to like? I wonder if it's just Soleil that can do this, or any of us.
Also, if it's a magical item now, is it like a magical item, almost indestructible?
Yeah, true.
You're gonna kick the rat.
I know.
What?
Okay. Let's have. Well, Huxley can't talk right now. Let's have. Okay, let's. Okay, look. I'm really bad at science, but listen. If we turn around and let it disappear, and then have Evelyn call its name and think of it, and it appears behind Evelyn or wherever she's thinking of it, that could be actually really helpful.
Right. Fine. It's fine. Let's just move along and do this proper.
Okay, let's do it quick. Shoop-a-doop.
Okay, everyone turns around.
Yeah. It's gone.
Right. Retribution. And she's thinking about it behind her with it.
You have no problem at all picturing the rat.
Mhm.
And right at your feet, nobody's looking. Underneath wind, stands a rat, holding a rock.
It does seem that seems to work.
Okay, that's helpful. That's helpful. Okay.
This way we can store items that can't be stolen. It's funny because it's kind of a thief, you know, but this way, like, even if we found an item that the Dominion can under no circumstances get, and we could give it the rat and be like, haha, they'll never get it.
Yeah, fair enough.
But if we put the rat in the corner and then look away and it disappears because no one's looking at it, but as soon as someone looks in the corner again, it will be there again, right?
No.
No, only when no one's looking and you say the name, then it appears somewhere randomly, it seems like.
It appears where
Oh,
you're thinking
right.
of it.
Yeah.
So you have to call it.
Yeah.
Think of it as you have to manifest.
Mm. Okay.
So
Like-
theoretically, anyone who was aware of attribution would also.
Yeah, maybe. Anyway, I'm gonna take the rock and hand it a potion of supreme healing.
Alright.
Okay.
Let's go.
Also, Ablin, just in case, I'll hand over the book to Ablin. Maybe you can check this book if it still has any kind of magical properties after I took it with me from the library, but I feel like it doesn't really do much outside.
There's nothing on the
Identify. There's nothing.
book. Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
She'll still take the book carefully. It's like old, like falling apart. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'll give it a look over, see if I can gain anything from it.
Yeah,
Maybe
don't
a bit
think
of
you will, but
research.
might as well check it out, right?
Can't
Yeah.
hurt.
The first time we got something out of the library that was like actually not just a riddle or something, but like touchable.
Thanks.
As you continue on, do you keep looking at the rat or do you let it
Evelyn doesn't look at the rat.
No.
Oh. Ooh, I want it to disappear.
Yeah, okay. Then it is gone.
I want to just be in the ether holding my healing potion for when I need it most.
Fantastic progress. So we're going this
Yep.
way.
Give me 1 second. I gotta move the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I should have made them smaller after all.
I appreciate that Groma also dislikes Creon. He seems super unhelpfully helpful.
And the asshole.
And an asshole, yeah. Well, he's a wizard, so, you know. He
Whoa,
probably
whoa,
ran
whoa,
away.
whoa. Okay. Let's see. When this is going to be. Can someone roll me a 1d20?
Let me do it.
Do it.
18. Red?
Before you lies another crossroad. This one seems almost more caved in than any of the other ones you've seen before. There is a large rock slide to the left. Just to enter this crossroads, you already have to climb over a considerable amount of rubble.
Red, you said you had a plan earlier. Care to explain what that plan exactly was? Going through that door?
Right.
Who
So
knows?
presuming,
If I end up there by accident again, you know, I can...
yeah. So we have this scroll that if you basically touch it to anything long enough, you can steal it through time or space or whatever. So if there's a way, for example, if there was an item or a scroll, or as it turns out, I guess it doesn't matter, since it was just a guy answering you with some kind of riddle. But if it was like any kind of, or a magic genie lamp, let's say it was a friendly genie, you could hold the scroll to it, and then come back here and pull it through time or space or dimensions or planes to us.
The genie lamp.
If it was, right. It's this like instant summons thing.
Okay.
So it's a good way to basically take things that you really want to take with you. Even if it's a different plane.
Good to know. I mean...
I was thinking it might be like related to the genie or some kind of nature thing, because like a tree told us about it. So like if it was a magic acorn that you're like, I don't know if I could actually sneak away with this, but you were able to get near it with the scroll, then you could pull it through back to where we are.
Oh, good to know. Could be helpful. I don't know if there's anything in the library that is worth taking with us, because it's mostly the answers that are interesting, not really the physical
Yeah.
things, but...
I understand that now. I was not expecting the library.
Yeah, me neither. I was just... I was expecting nothing really. I was just like... We came across so many rooms, and this was just like the first one that I was like... The rats, you know, and... Also got experience with the libraries.
Yeah. I was sort of expecting some other one of the gods, like maybe... Again, like I said, I don't really know, but like one of the beast gods or somebody like that. Clearly I was wrong.
Alright, let's continue.
Yeah.
I guess we do this while we walk, anyway.
This is kind of hard to get through. Didn't laugh too much.
I've been just kind of flipping and chilling probably from my pool side.
I think we should probably head back.
What is everyone's
Pen&Paper.
passive person?
Crap. It's
12.
11. Oh, Vince is good though. Vince is.
Would you have told Vin to look out?
I did tell him to be looking out for movement.
Fox
His
is a
passive
7.
perception is 18.
I have 23.
Of course. Okay.
So Vin's only actively looking for movement. That's the only thing he's seeing. Or only looking, being able to look ahead.
I'm a bodyguard. Perception is my job.
Glory Yao. Okay.
Do I like see a weird looking hole again?
Yeah, you would see the hallway straight ahead coming to a very quick end at a large pile of rubble. A pile of rubble you see that slanted hole again. Of course it is not directly same, but it looks to be the same kind of hole. Silas, as you move forward into the crossing, as you move over the rubble, there's a glint of metal underneath the rubble.
Oh? Wait a moment, I think I saw something, and I just jump off Winona and just try and get rid of a bit of the rubble
You
to
remove
see
a couple
what's
of
under
small
there.
stones, and there is indeed metal underneath. There appears to be a sort of metallic pipe-looking thing. Something attached to a much larger object.
There's something down here in the rubble.
Evelyn, if you are, do you turn and look?
Yeah.
As you turn, you would see a magical glow emanating from what Silas is under.
It is magical, whatever you're messing with there.
Oh, whoa, 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 whoa! Immediately pulling back. I'll let you handle this then. Oh no, not you specifically. Maybe Vint. You shouldn't handle this at all.
You almost reverted to your reflexes, too. Yeah.
Edwin will attempt to tell Vin to carefully move it. Or unearth it if it's covered in rubble.
Mhm.
And try and get a good look at
Which way do you move the rubble?
Probably like more this way.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like putting it in front of the big old burrow wouldn't hurt us.
Alright, sure, then moving it over that way.
Okay. You start, Vint moves into the crossing and starts moving the rubble from the corner to over this way. Slowly stacking up a sort of rock slide barricade of your own. And this would probably take you about 10 minutes or so, fully unearthing what lies beyond. Is there anything anyone does in that time?
I'll just check this one. Because I feel like we're going to do this.
I will stay close to Abel, so she doesn't do anything stupid.
I won't go anything.
Or something attacks her out of
Another
nowhere.
hallway continues beyond, and you see some strange forms jutting out of it.
Well, it's terrifying.
Upon closer inspection, almost seems like humanoid figure. You see faces and arms reaching out, much like the stone people you've seen before, except these ones seem melted into the wall.
Maybe we won't go that way.
It's one of my nightmares I had as a kid. I hate it so much.
And Vint, in the meantime, unearthed a strange apparatus. A large iron barrel with crab hands and crab legs. Vint unearths an apparatus of the crab, sometimes also known as an apparatus of Qualish.
What is it, Evelyn? Looks weird.
Go ahead and have a cast. It's it's like something that you can ride inside of, and operates to sort of move around in, like a vehicle.
Uh-huh.
It can sort of dig underground. Um, Two. Fitting like 2 people or so. It's odd that it's down here.
Is it like a mining thing?
It can be used as a mining thing, but it's more like movement. Normally more for water. So it's a bit odd that it's down here, just because it's something that you would normally submerge in water in great depths to attempt to maneuver.
Is this worth taking with us?
It's rather large. It would be difficult to bring with us unless we were operating it. We could have 2 people riding alongside of it and traveling along with us. It would offer some element of protection, but it's a little bit difficult to maneuver.
Would Winona fit inside?
Essentially like if you had 2 medium creatures.
Winona is large.
Okay.
You could probably cram Winona into the barrel if it had like a full opening on the side.
But then no one else would fit in there, right?
No.
Okay.
And there's doubt that Winona could actually activate any of the levers.
Yeah, no, that's not the one. I was thinking about me going in there and Winona in the back and just riding. Okay, then someone else has to take care of Winona because I'm gonna try this thing out.
Right. Yeah. Right. I was gonna get a horse.
Where's our mini for the apparatus of the crab beggar?
I don't have one yet. I was gonna listen to it actually, if you found it or not.
Makes sense, actually.
Right, so there's 10 of these levers. Each of them do something different, and I was gonna quickly walk Slay through what each lever does.
Yeah, and I hope my I do have proficiency in land vehicles. That helps me understand this way more quickly. Oh, this. So now,
If you want one.
officially,
Very quickly, as you start, flipping switches and seeing different functions, you'll be able to figure out how to use this thing.
so officially for the first time, I've used my land vehicle proficiency in this campaign.
You're welcome.
Thank you,
So
Bear.
funny. This is terrible.
Only mine.
Right,
Just
just
gonna
keep
find
in
her a
mind
tank.
if you have it completely closed, you're probably good for it on your own there about 10 hours. After that, your air will run out. So you'll have to remember to open the hatch.
So there's a window at the front, or how does this work, vision-wise?
You have multiple windows. In fact, you have side windows, you have
Okay.
forward windows. All of the functions are controlled by. Per action, you can flip to
Pull a lever.
levers,
Yeah.
which obviously won't matter until you get it.
And they go up or down. They do different things.
So I guess I will go front now with the thing, and immediately switch on the light.
Oh.
Yeah, there's
I
two
like-
beams of light that just shine down the corridor.
Now this is what we need to mount a cannon to.
Yeah.
Oh no.
That's not a bad idea at all.
Yeah, actually. Yeah. Hey, Vic, can you set the cannon on top of that, and I can just. I'll ride on top of it and be the gunner. It's perfect.
Currently, you can only kind of lie the cannon on top. There's no real fixture which can only train. But it would be pretty shaky at the moment, as it's sort of barrel.
Yeah.
There's no real, comfortable flat surface to put it on top of. It's a bit slidey at the moment. Okay.
I don't see any reason that you shouldn't lead in this contraption.
Also, Becca, what exactly is your obsession with crabs?
It's okay. It's only like vaguely crab shape. I didn't put you on a crab just now. Okay? That's not me. Also, crabs are awesome. Shut up.
Right, so which way are we heading?
It seems like pointing that way, the walls might suck you in and leave you so you can only high five people. But then again, that way seems backwards, so I don't know.
It's hard to say, as we've been somewhat going in a direction that doesn't necessarily make sense anyways.
Right.
We should have overlapped our path multiple times, so I think either is an option. It will take more time for Alavan to turn around the apparatus.
Who now?
So,
Yeah.
whoops, my bad. It will take Silas more time to turn around the apparatus, but we can at least maybe take a peek to see how far the other way goes.
This way? Yeah, I can look.
Alright, let me.
Are we going? I feel like we should just go that way.
Wait until I
All
look.
right, I guess we could just go
No,
the
no,
other
no,
way.
no,
Yeah.
no, no. You are the place. You get a choice. I'm not gonna. I mean, you're literally in a tunnel, but I mean, that's as far as I'm railroading you. You guys get to choose which way you go. But
We don't even know which way is the right way. Okay, I don't like that thing being behind me. Also, there's bad
Oh.
things this way.
Oh.
Let's risk
Another
it for the
cracked open
biscuit for
door.
the.
of course, I hate that.
I thought like crabarators.
You.
We're named it after one of our friends. Remember?
Oh yeah, true.
So which way are you going?
Are we going this way?
Hans corridor or Blackstone's corridor?
That's what I meant. Let's do the hands corridor. It sounds terrible.
Okay, hands corridor. I'll let
It's Crabinold, my good friend.
Reginald.
But then it's Crabinald.
Yeah. Just want to say Crabinold.
Good, I'll go first. So we're going this way then.
Okay.
This is somebody else with a better idea.
Who leads? Does the apparatus lead or?
Yeah.
Yes. Has the light.
The apparatus, of course, fits somewhat comfortably down the corridor, but as you get to where the hands jut out, there are some hands that reach in a little further. Do you simply pull those through?
I will pull the lever that so the claws from the crab get out and are ready to slice their way through in case the hands do something weird.
Well, this one, for example, they would locate your path a little bit. It's more.
You don't
what I
have to
mean.
break through.
Yeah,
You
I
like
just
break
snip through.
Okay. Question: as you get to about here, do you have your side window?
Open?
Yeah, you have the
Yeah.
shutters
Side
open.
shutter
or-
off.
Shutters, I guess the shutters are all open so I can get the best view around.
Then you will definitely see what is through this very open doorway.
You're screaming at the top of your lungs like you're in a battle.
Can you tell Law to shut up? And know his
It
place?
was my nephew.
Oh. Oh, tell him he's.
He's a
Yeah,
good
I
boy.
definitely heard that.
It came across on the walkie-talkie, so it had a sound effect, which is always a lot.
It does sound of kind of like
Yeah.
water, right? Like a little bit. I mean, you know, he sounds a lot younger. I listen. I just heard it and I was like, oh, that sounds kind of like. Anyway, it's in the family, I'm sure. Don't tell him I said it.
Terrifying.
Talking about terrifying, this is
Probably a teleportation ray.
nipping it.
Again, as you peer through the door, you see the now somewhat familiar angular shape of the town. The warning.
Since I didn't seal the shutter in the back, I guess I will shout to the others. Another room, more stones, more warning stones, and a weird contraption device thingy. I don't know.
Right. But not the center of the city that you're looking for.
No, don't think so. Although I wouldn't even know if I saw it. I don't know what the center of the city is supposed to look like.
At least
You
there should
will
be.
once you see him.
Alrighty, then this isn't the one.
A large circular plaza.
As you
Well,
move forward,
snip along.
occasionally the apparatus gets caught on one of these stone hands. With a little bit of a crunch, the stone hands break off. You continue on. There is one more corridor in between, however.
I love how almost everyone is writing something.
The mounted combatant
I could summon the nightmare, so
Hiding
Hux
into
could
the-
also write some.
As an elemental.
Yeah.
Why not?
A massive circular plaza opens up before you. Vince immediately stops, alerting you to the presence of movement. Not that you'd needed it, you can see it already. Holes, not unlike those you've seen before, and massive purple.
No, it's the purple worm!
And as you arrive,
Oh no.
The
before, of
consequences.
course, we get into that. This is where we end.
The purple worm! 100 sessions later! It's coming to haunt
I
us.
only released one. I cannot be responsible for all these.
Who knows, maybe they're like, you know... Maybe they can
only been, like,
impregnate
a
themselves,
couple
they're like
months.
fungi.
It's only been a couple months. They can't grow that fast, right?
Alright. Thank you guys for session.
So thank you too, Vega, it was great.
Thank you, Becker.
We will
Amazing.
continue here next time, which would be I think the 18th? 18th. Yeah.